Hello everyone. You know, when you get a feeling that something needs to be done now and you kind of drop everything off and you just do that, or is that just me? I just got this feeling that I have to go and record my episode. Obviously, I think about those episodes and what I am going to talk about beforehand. I think about it when I go for walks. I think about it when I meditate, and I think about it when I do my chores around the house. I was thinking that this time I'm going to do the episode around self-love, and more of a self-love about self-worth and feeling worthy. And it came this subject obviously is very dear to me, and I think about it almost every time, and it affects my daily life and everything I do. But it came even stronger to me because I had a coaching session. I have this coaching session at work with someone who is who is just at my work, a colleague of mine. We work together on some projects, and this person is also a certified coach, and we started talking and we kind of resonated with each other, I guess our personalities, and this person started coaching me, and I haven't had a coach before as such. I had a psychologist, but that was a more of a behavioral therapy that we did, and I've done that after a very painful breakup, and which actually was only top of the iceberg of all the other things that I should have been working on, and that were weighing me. And the breakup was just a cherry on top. The subject came up in the coaching session. The person, my coach, asked me about what I want to get from the coaching session. I guess that's the standard question you get asked when you're at the coaching session. So she asked me what I want to get from the coaching session, and basically, and that wasn't the first coaching session, that was actually my second or third. And my aim for this is always the same, is to feel more confident, is to feel more assured. And I have and then she asked me to write some points about this, and then I have written some points about my feelings. And I think one of the points was that everyone is judging me, and I feel that everyone just think that I am not good enough, and then I am comparing everyone to myself, or myself to everyone rather, and thinking how much better everyone else is than me, and obviously all my complexes are coming from this way of thinking. And then we dig a little bit deeper where it comes from, where this kind of thinking is coming from, and it really is what all my thoughts or negative or critical thoughts are coming from. And this is my childhood, my parents, and I was really distracted after this coaching session, because I thought that we touched something really raw yet again that I still don't exactly know how to deal with. So the fact that I don't feel worthy, I don't feel good enough, very often on numerous occasions at work, in relations with other people, it's because I am still this, teenage Hannah, that have been looking to be appreciated, that have been looking to shine, that has been looking to be seen, and wasn't, and not only wasn't, but was very much criticized and not appreciated as much as she really would love to, and this is just so difficult to look at it right now and to see how this then grow into a grown-up person, grown-up me, as if I was growing on really not very fertile ground, and how I had to fight and go through a lot of things that are really in my head, because these are not things that are really backed up by many examples, or at least I wouldn't want to think so. I can separate what I see and what I think in my head, and still things that I think in my head are so strong that they become real things. And also a lot of books, and especially Joe Dispenza in his books. I really recommend his books. If you Google Joe Dispenza and books, everything will come up. I think one of them is Atomic Habits, but all of the books, and especially I think his earlier books, because then everything else and he still has got lots of talks on YouTube. Everything he talks about then is obviously based on those books and the knowledge and the information that was in those books. Is about, you know, our mind and how this creates reality. The other talk that I was listening on my walks was Alan Watts. It's also another thing, and I'm sure many people heard about him also, or maybe if you haven't, just check him out on YouTube. He's got many talks as well about the word and how the words create reality. And Joe Dispenza explains very well, and Alan Watts as well, very well, relation between words, between thoughts, and between feelings. So once you are in this kind of circle of words, of really thoughts, words and feelings, you are like on the hamster wheel. You just go and go and go, and you, before you know it, you've done 100 kilometers not moving forward and being really tired, because it's just one of spins one of the other, and one feeds the other. And obviously, you know, you can still be in your little hamster, you know, house or terrarium, but you are spinning on this wheel, and you don't even know you can come out of it and look at it from a different perspective. And that's what I've been trying to do. But all of this is really fueling my low self-esteem. And on one hand, I was always really curious, because I was always really attracted to Leos. There's lots of Leos in my life, Leos as an astrological sign, Leo, and Leos, they love to shine, they love to be center of attention, they love to, you know, gather people around them, and just they love to be like a sun, and I really love that. All those people, they came and then they were gone, because sooner or later there was something that just disturbed our relationship, and the really painful breakup that was with someone who was a Leo sun sign. And someone said and I went after this breakup also, I went for the Reiki, and kind of like a Reiki crystal infused session. And this person said something that I had this session with. She said something very wise. She said these people were in your life also because you needed some of their whatever they represented. It's like yin and yang, and there is always some blackness and some whiteness. So in your life you needed this shine, this being on the stage, this being so forward, because you actually need to be like this yourself. So because you were not like this, or you were afraid, you were ashamed, you were shy, whatever it was, you kind of gained it through those people. And the same way, those people who were so forward, so shiny, they maybe needed some of your, I don't know, empathy, your gentleness, your kindness, because they themselves didn't have it. And I know it's sometimes, a basis for a very toxic relationship, but for me, it was a lesson. And when I was looking into astrology and listening to some astrology podcasts, and I looked into my signs, other than the sun sign, which is Gemini, I realized that my raising is in Leo. So the raising sign is in Leo. I'm not gonna explain now all the astrology things, but if you check, there's lots of free apps that you can just put your date of birth, your city that you were born in, and the timing, and you give you the chart. So when I looked at my chart and I realized that my rising sign is in Leo, then I definitely saw that part of my personality that really wants to go out is this shining, goddess or queen that wants to be seen, that wants to be bright, that wants to be on the stage, that wants to be a center of attention. And I have had it always so much squashed rather somewhere there, because of my shyness. But really it's not really shyness, it's just not feeling like I am worthy to be center of attention. So why bother? So this is just a little rambling on about self-worth, about where it comes from, about what influences it. Like I said, sometimes it could be lots of things, but mainly it's very much in your head. And even if and when situations around may tell you or may agree or may be in line with what you think, you'd only pick up those situations that are in line, those situations that agree, and you wouldn't bat an eyelid on the situation that are just opposite, because I am as well so much used to thinking of myself in this one way that I am then just finding situations and examples that agree with this way, that just are the same with the way I am actually thinking. And when I think about it like this, like I said, when I think about this Hanya, myself as a teenage girl, all I really want to do is come and hug her, because that was one of the things that I really needed back then. It was to be hugged, it was to be embraced, and I really missed that physical touch, and I didn't get it. And because of that, I have done many stupid things, I would say, that were not necessary. I was looking for this physical touch for the appreciation in places that I should not have looked for it, and therefore I was finding, or people were finding me who were quite toxic people, or people who just didn't care and they were just looking for a easy prey. And but then also I wasn't ready to meet people who would be really committed to me, and I was always running away from people like this. So hopefully, I think that I have now stepped out, or some time ago stepped out of this hamster wheel of those negative thoughts. Although, how I said, is just at the coaching session, it just came to me how much time really it takes, and how much it's still with me, and or within me. And some things that we were talking about that can trigger my negative feelings are, for example, at work could be some issues or some problems that are not my fault, or even if they are my fault, they I am not responsible for them, and someone's comments or someone's feedback or questions about what I have done with the project, and this would definitely, or many times, if I don't catch myself up, this will then trigger my feeling guilty, or feeling unworthy, and feeling not good enough. The one thing that the coach then recommended is a very a thing that you probably know about also. It's about looking at those thoughts and thinking, is this thought that I am having now, is it useful or is it not useful? Is it helping me? So sort of having this choice of these are my thoughts, I can think them in this way or another way, and then think about it in kind of wider way of these are my choices, and by thinking this, I am creating my reality. So I think I've been talking for enough time now. I hope you are all doing really well, and that would be all for the episode today. Speak to you next time. Bye.